In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on January 20th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Mavericks versus Charlotte Hornets. The Dallas Mavericks are set to face the Charlotte Hornets on Monday afternoon at the Spectrum Center in what promises to be an intriguing non-conference matchup. The Mavericks currently hold the 7th spot in the Western Conference standings with a 23-19 record, entering this game on the heels of a 106-98 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder at home on Friday. On the other hand, the Hornets sit in 13th place in the Eastern Conference with a 10-28 record. However, they are riding the momentum of a 2-game winning streak, most recently securing a 125-123 road win against the Chicago Bulls on Friday. This game marks the first of 2 meetings between these teams, with the second clash scheduled for February 27th in Dallas. The Mavericks will once again be without key players, including Luka Doncic, Dwight Powell, and Jaden Hardy. Meanwhile, the Hornets are expected to field a fully healthy roster for this contest, a significant boost for the team. Over the past week, Charlotte has been performing well, and with a 7-point cushion against a Dallas squad missing its star player, this could be a favorable scenario for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball continues to shine this season, ranking 4th in the league in scoring and 8th in assists. Ball is likely to earn All-Star honors and presents a difficult challenge for the Mavericks defense. Kyrie Irving lacks the size to effectively guard Ball on the perimeter, which means the task may fall to Spencer Dinwiddie or Klay Thompson, both of whom have shown signs of slowing down in recent years. The Hornets have demonstrated their ability to win games on the road, including their back-to-back victories, and they have been performing well outside of Charlotte. Dallas faces additional injury concerns, notably with Derek Lively II, who missed the previous game due to an ankle injury and whose availability for this matchup remains uncertain. The Mavericks have struggled to cover the spread without Doncic, managing to do so in only 2 of their last 11 games. The Hornets' recent form appears to defy expectations. With a relatively healthy lineup, they have won 3 of their last 4 games, signaling an upward trend in performance. They recently defeated the Bulls on the road as 5-point underdogs, and now they find themselves as underdogs again, this time with home court advantage against an injury-plagued Mavericks team. Dallas has dropped 7 of its last 10 games and failed to cover the spread in 8 of those contests. Additionally, early games often favor the home team, especially when the opponent is accustomed to a different time zone, as is the case with Dallas playing on Central Time. Without Doncic and potentially Lively, it wouldn't be surprising to see the youthful Hornets pull off an outright victory. So the Charlotte Hornets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In recent outings, both teams have shown difficulties on offense. Dallas has averaged just 105.5 points over its last 4 games, while Charlotte has put up 115 points across its previous 5 contests. Defensively, both teams have excelled in limiting opponents' 3-point shooting. The Mavericks rank 13th in the league, allowing a 35.7% 3-point percentage, while the Hornets are slightly better, ranking 8th with a 35.2% opposing 3-point percentage. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Houston Rockets. The Detroit Pistons travel to Texas on Monday to face off against the Houston Rockets. Detroit is coming off a tough loss to the Phoenix Suns, falling 125-121 on Saturday, which marked their 2nd consecutive defeat. Despite the setbacks, the Pistons remain in 8th place in the Eastern Conference standings, holding a 5-game lead over the 11th place Philadelphia 76ers. With only the top 10 teams earning a spot in the postseason, Detroit is fighting to maintain their position. Meanwhile, the Rockets secured a commanding 125-103 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers on Saturday night. Houston has been in stellar form, winning 6 of their last 7 games. They currently sit atop the Southwest Division and hold the second spot in the Western Conference, trailing the Oklahoma City Thunder by 6 games. Detroit continues to deal with some injury challenges as Jaden Ivey remains sidelined, while Houston is also short-handed with Jock Landale and Amen Thompson unavailable. The Pistons were showcasing some of their strongest performances of the season before losing their last 2 games, whereas the Rockets have been riding high with their recent success, winning 6 of their last 7 outings. In their previous matchup on November 10th, the Rockets narrowly edged out the Pistons by a score of 101-99. Based on their performance this season, the Rockets should be considered favorites in this matchup, but the odds might be undervaluing the Pistons. While Detroit hasn't garnered much national attention, they've managed to win 7 of their last 10 games and could potentially earn a play-in spot if the season ended today. The Pistons are a gritty team that excels on defense and generates a high number of turnovers, which could pose challenges for Houston's relatively young roster. When these two teams faced off in November, the game was decided by just 2 points, and Detroit has shown significant improvement since then. This matchup feels like an opportunity for both squads to make a statement, and it's likely to be a tightly contested game that could be decided in the final minutes. So the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Although Houston has developed a reputation for its defensive prowess, recent games suggest otherwise. The total has gone over in 6 of the Rockets' last 7 games and 4 of their 5 January contests. Similarly, the Pistons have seen the total go over in 13 of their last 20 games, including 8 of their last 10 against Western Conference opponents. While the previous meeting between these two teams resulted in the total hitting the under, this game is shaping up to be a more offensively driven affair. The Rockets have been firing on all cylinders offensively, scoring at least 119 points in their last 7 games. Jalen Green has been exceptional at the start of 2025, showcasing highly efficient scoring. Houston's bench production has also improved significantly, with the team now ranking 9th in the NBA in offensive rating. On the other side, the Pistons feature a rising star in Cade Cunningham, who nearly recorded a triple-double in the first matchup between these teams. They also boast experienced players who are shooting at a high percentage from beyond the arc. As Detroit's offense has shown notable progress, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Memphis Grizzlies. Minnesota is aiming to secure its 5th consecutive road victory when they face off against Memphis at the FedEx Forum on Monday. This matchup comes on the heels of contrasting outcomes for both teams in their most recent games. The Timberwolves are entering this contest following a 124-117 defeat at the hands of Cleveland, where they were listed as 5-point underdogs. In contrast, the Grizzlies are coming off an impressive performance, achieving a commanding 140-112 victory against San Antonio while being listed as 2-point underdogs. Over their last 10 matchups against Memphis, Minnesota has posted a respectable 6-4 record, highlighting a competitive edge between these teams. Don DiVincenzo remains sidelined for the Timberwolves, and Rudy Gobert's status is currently uncertain as he is listed as questionable for this game. On the other hand, the Grizzlies continue to compete without the services of Marcus Smart and Ja Morant, both of whom remain unavailable. While Memphis typically enjoys a significant advantage on their home court, evidenced by their strong 15-5 straight-up record at home this season, there are reasons to be cautious. The absence of Morant introduces uncertainty, making it challenging to confidently back the Grizzlies. Additionally, this game represents a potential revenge opportunity for the Timberwolves, who suffered a heartbreaking loss to Memphis at home just over a week ago on a last-second shot. Minnesota has demonstrated resilience in similar situations. For instance, they capitalized on a revenge spot against the Knicks earlier this season, securing an outright victory as notable underdogs. Anthony Edwards, known for his competitive drive, will likely view this matchup as a chance to even the score. The Timberwolves' scrappy playstyle and determination make them a formidable opponent in situations like this. However, bettors should monitor the injury report closely before making any decisions. So the Minnesota Timberwolves to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When analyzing total points, the over has hit 22 times in Minnesota's games this season, compared to 20 on theirs. Over the last 10 games, Minnesota has also seen the over cash in 6 contests. On the Memphis side, the over is 10-9-1 in games played on their home court this season. Moreover, in their last 10 games overall, the over has come through 6 times, with 2 pushes. The Grizzlies' fast-paced style of play contributes to these high-scoring outcomes, as they currently hold the title of the fastest team in the NBA. While Minnesota ranks near the bottom of the league in pace, the tempo of this game is likely to be dictated by Memphis, which could lead to a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus New York Knicks. It's an Eastern Conference showdown between two teams vying for improved positioning in their respective playoff races as the Atlanta Hawks face off against the New York Knicks in the Big Apple on Monday afternoon. Atlanta enters the contest riding high after an impressive 119-115 overtime road victory over Boston on Saturday night, where they defied expectations as 9.5-point underdogs to claim the win outright. Meanwhile, New York is looking to bounce back after suffering a tough 116-99 home defeat to Minnesota on Friday night, a game in which they were favored by 3 points but failed to deliver. Historically, the Hawks hold a narrow edge in the all-time regular season series between the two teams, boasting a 203-190 advantage. Furthermore, Atlanta has dominated recent meetings, winning the last 3 matchups, including a notable 108-100 road win in their December 11, 2024 encounter. For this game, the Hawks remain without the services of Zachary Rissasher, Larry Nance Jr., and Cody Zeller, who are still sidelined. On the Knicks side, attention is focused on Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns, both of whom are listed as questionable, leaving their availability up in the air. Atlanta arrives in New York riding the momentum of 3 consecutive wins, which has propelled them to the top spot in the Southeast Division standings. Their deep roster, particularly in terms of scoring options, poses significant challenges for opponents, especially those with thinner benches who struggle to keep pace over a full 48-minute contest. Conversely, the Knicks could find themselves at a disadvantage if Towns is unable to suit up, a vulnerability that was evident in their loss to the Timberwolves on Friday. The Knicks' record at Madison Square Garden stands at a modest 13-8 this season, and they will need to step up to overcome the challenges posed by a surging Atlanta squad. Atlanta can be a volatile team at times, but when they hit their stride, they are a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference. Their recent 3-game win streak includes victories over elite teams like the Phoenix Suns and the Boston Celtics, showcasing their potential to compete at the highest level. On the other hand, the Knicks have been struggling, managing just 3 wins in their last 9 games. Additionally, of those 3 victories, only 2 are by margins of 7 points or more. The Knicks may still be favored to win at home, but their inconsistency cannot be overlooked. They have lost 6 of their last 9 games and failed to score 100 points in 2 of their last 7 outings. Meanwhile, Atlanta is coming off 3 straight upset victories, showing confidence and momentum. The Hawks also seem to have New York's number recently, having won their last 3 meetings against the Knicks. Even when labeled as significant underdogs earlier in the season, Atlanta managed to pull off stunning upsets. Trae Young, in particular, thrives on playing in Madison Square Garden, a venue where he has delivered some of his best performances. It's worth noting that the Hawks eliminated the Knicks in the NBA Cup quarterfinals just over a month ago. The underdog has prevailed in 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams, further emphasizing Atlanta's ability to exceed expectations. Given the recent form and trends of both teams, it's hard to pass up the opportunity to take the Hawks with a 2+ possession cushion on the spread. So the Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. This game also offers interesting prospects when it comes to betting on the total score. The Hawks enter this contest tied for the league's 3rd highest over percentage this season, with a 26-15 record in hitting the over. The Knicks, for their part, are tied for the 5th highest over percentage at 24-18-1. Atlanta has seen the over hit in 5 of their last 10 games, with 2 pushes, while New York had a streak of 4 consecutive overs before falling short in their loss to Minnesota. In terms of tempo, the Hawks rank among the league leaders, averaging 103.3 possessions per game, the 3rd highest mark in the NBA. In stark contrast, the Knicks rank 28th in pace, averaging only 96.6 possessions per contest. Despite this difference, 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over the projected total. Traditionally, New York has been known for its defensive focus under coach Tom Thibodeau. However, this season has marked a departure from that identity. The Knicks currently rank 20th in defensive efficiency, allowing 112 points per 100 possessions. Similarly, Atlanta has struggled defensively, sitting just above New York in 19th place with a defensive efficiency rating of 111.4. With both teams performing below average defensively, opportunities for scoring should abound. Offensively, New York has been extremely efficient, ranking second in the NBA with an offensive efficiency of 117 points per 100 possessions. Atlanta, while less efficient at 16th with 110 points per 100 possessions, compensates with their high tempo. Their 104.6 possessions per game allow them to push the pace and maximize scoring opportunities. Considering the offensive talent on both rosters, this game has the potential to turn into a high-scoring affair. I anticipate the total score reaching the upper 230 seconds by the final buzzer. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.